sorry, when you left the mansion, did you face any challenges outside with your management team, the people that you assign them to manage you, vote for you?
Yes, actually, that was something that was very difficult. Get the management team. Like, for instance, while being in the house, I got a call from my manager that I lost someone very dear to me. That automatically changed my mindset, and I was no more focused on the game. You get, I lost somebody, and I didn't know what's going on out there. And I started having that anxiety, like to go home. I even requested to go home, and they asked me twice if I want to. Yes, I say yes, and I think this is one of the reasons that actually got me evicted because I was no more myself, and I have requested like to go home. My manager didn't. My manager did a lot of work, but at the end time, the resources were still there. Like when I get out of the house, the money in the moment was still there. The guy was not voting, and people was contacting that bro from Nigeria. My team from Nigeria, a lot of friends like bro, how can we do this? The guy was not communicating, and I was very surprised. But how can this just happen? But to be sincere with you, it was not his fault because actually he was watching the show and he saw that I really wanted to like drop out. And after the death of my grandmom, I was confused in the house and I requested like to go out.
Can you describe your creative process when developing a new film?
Wow, that is good. Like I will always tell people, a good film starts with a story, and that is where my aspect start. I'm a creative writer, and I have a different motivation and experience when it comes to writing a film. Before a film is called a good film, it must have to do with the script. The script brings everything. The script tells us what we need to see, and it tells us all the directive and everything we need to bring in. For instance, I myself, when I'm writing, I have a movie project, a story that it took me just a day to finish it. And I have some project that more than 5 years. I'm still writing it up to today. So it depends on the kind of. I don't always. Sometimes I don't get an inspiration on a project. I jump on it and it keep flowing. I'm just there writing. I'm just there writing. And sometimes I have some today. I can have some idea. I put it in this one. I open it different files. So on my laptop of writing, you can see different stories. I open different each and every one different. And sometimes I read my work. Sometimes I just decide to be reading my story. Sometimes I discover some mistake and stuff like that. So first, like I will put it, it's a good story. After you have a good story, you have to have a good director. This director is going to be a casting director that will look for a good cast because with a story, you need somebody that will interpret it very well, who's going to be an actor. There are diverse actors that can play different type of roles. But now the picture of the particular character you have in mind have to do with the person that will replace it like an actor, which the director have to bring it in. And then I think these are just the aspects that will make a good film first before any other thing. Like we say, the producer is not the one that owns the film, it's the director. The director is the one that bring the story to the TV for people to enjoy it. And the actors are those that interpret the story. With the help of a director who have to direct the actors to interpret it, then the actors are going to wear the character, which are not actually them, but they are actually representing the character in which it is written in the story. So these are the aspects that make a good story or a good film first, before we can start talking about the DOP who have to take good shot and editing, from editing to sound and colorist too. Because the DOP also have a very good uh, role to play when it comes to good film. Now he's giving all the image, he's giving all the visual aspect of it. Even though with a good director, without a good DOP, he cannot also bring it to life. That's why sometimes most directors are also DOP. But with these three people on board, a good story, good actor to represent it, a good director, and a good DOP, I think we'll have a very good film.
How do you approach collaboration with other departments such as cinematography
Mhm.
and sound design?
All right, that question is actually good because that is what I am facing right now. Like now, I have a project I want to really work on to produce and to direct. Most especially, it's a story that I wrote myself. But now, I need a lot of collaboration. First, I need a DOP and I need an executive producer. A DOP is the person that will shoot. because I'm a director, a film marketer, and a writer. I do more of a director, directing and stuff like that. I need a DOP that will come in to work with me on this project, and also an NGO because this project have to do with gender-based inequality. We see things like rape, we see things like drug abuse, young woman, and HIV. So we are also looking for collaboration in the area of NGO now and a DOP, which will come at an executive producer too. So getting to all these people are sometimes very difficult because you might have somebody who is more interested to work with you, but the person does not have the same dream with you. For example, filmmaking have different departments and different characteristics. I am a cinematographer in a level of cinematic kind of movie. Now there are drama movies, and there are people who do their movie just to put on YouTube, and there are people who do their movie just to put on maybe on TV, like Africa Magic, and different type of TV. And I myself, the project I'm working on is to sell on streaming platform like Amazon and Netflix, which have to do with higher quality of movie and high budget of movie. You get not everybody can like have to work with you on this project. I need people who know their work and also have the same dream with me. And having this kind of people is very difficult. And again, the finance to finance this movie is huge. And we need a lot of budgetary to make this movie come true. I, for once, I'm a seasonal filmmaker. I'm not somebody that maybe within 3, 4 months, you see I've released 4 or 5 movies. No, I don't work on too much movie. I take my time to produce a movie. Like in a year, I can make just a movie or two movie that will go viral because it's a high budget film. And that is my target. I don't do movie all the time. I'm a senior filmmaker where I only produce heavy movie that will sell in a long period of time because my movies, I'm targeting a big market like Amazon, Netflix, and box office. So getting to these people is very difficult because not everybody can have a dream. And again, not everybody can actually decide to be an executive producer where they can actually put money in your craft. You get, and that is just it.
What techniques do you use to effectively manage a film set and ensure a smooth production?
All right. When it comes to that, first thing I will need to do is have an assistant who actually understand my dream and goal. Now, filmmaking sometimes is very difficult because with just a second, you can destroy everything. And building a set for a particular scene have a lot of work to be done. You get.
I get.
For instance, you can't be shooting a set where you need total quietness. But because maybe you are a young director and you are big actors or in an environment with noisy, you need to possibly calm everybody and talk to everybody to be calm for this thing to be reviewed. And again, there are some scenes that have to be very silent, but you realize that where you are actually shooting the film is very chaos and a lot of noise, where you cannot have the picture of what you actually want. So first thing when it comes to organization is your location. And creating a location, you have to not have just one location. For example, if I'm shooting this thing in a indoor, like what we are doing now, like talking online, I need to look for like three different places. In case I come here, there's no light, or I come here that there's a meeting or there are noise outside, I will definitely switch to another person. So looking for your location, always have a substitute of in case this one is not available, you take this one. Because location matters a lot to bring a good story up and being organized. You get, and again, managing people is very difficult. When you call people on set to act with you, they are looking up to you, and everything that goes wrong, the blame will be on you, most especially not the people, because you have to manage them to keep them in the numbers of time that they will be there for the production and everything. Which I will tell you, it is very, very difficult, and not everybody can actually manage that. But with the help of a good production manager, it can be possible. A production manager is the one that carry all the set. You need to know about the location, know the welfare and the well-being of the cast and crew and everything on set. So in that area, you will have to employ a very good production manager to carry on with the activities of the set.
That can you share an example of you you adapted your vision based on budget constraint?
Like I said, when it comes to that domain, it's all about collaboration. I am very uh trying to be. I try so much to manage my budget, so I always try to collaborate. That's why I like to know people. I like to know people. Connection is more important. You get.
Yes.
For instance, during a movie, I can have a makeup artist who would like to collaborate with me. I can have a costumer or a fashion designer who would like to sell the design. I'll call you that, okay, but this is my film. You need to judge this actor. Come in and do this and do this. That's how I always try to manage my costume and everything like that. I collaborate with people. I can call this person to come with what he have. I call people to come with what he have. That's why anywhere I go, I try to connect with one or two people.
One or
In
two
future,
people.
we work together before finance can come. It's not easy to put a lot of money out there, getting costume, paying actors, and renting equipment. Why not just have some best friend or a close person who actually does that? When you have a project like this, you communicate with the people and people work together. That's what I want, and that's what the association we are creating is all about. Everybody
That's good.
connecting and bringing their own idea for a project. At the end of the day, all of us enjoy on it. That is it.
How do you approach casting and working with actors to bring your vision to life?
And I also want to talk about it more when it comes to that casting because
Yeah.
people have that different perspective. Now, I will be very sincere with you. Casting sometimes come to me with close friends. You understand, right?
Yeah.
When I'm writing a story and I want to produce this story, ideas and people start coming in my mind. Maybe you are an actor and we are texting every day. I can say, oh, maybe this guy can do it. You understand, right? I'll start putting you inside. Sometimes I don't think far. I don't always do call for audition and stuff like that. I always look around me. That's why sometimes most of my cast are people close to me. To be sincere with you, that is my own way. Some people call for audition and stuff like that. But the more we talk, the more we share idea, I know what you can do. If I want to do a film now, I know very well that this person can do it because I know the person. I've been on set with them and I know that the people can do it. I say, okay, bro, this is what I got. Can we do this? Yes, you come in. So casting for me sometimes I don't always post casting and do this now. I always have people in mind. Some people will say a click or a squad, something like that. But I won't really call it that way. But I would say it's equivalent to that way because when I'm writing my story, I always have idea of the kind of people that can represent it. And when I'm actually trying to do the casting, I think about people. And the people I would think about are people I know, not those I don't know. Again, maybe I've never tested you before, or maybe I'll just be cool on my Facebook. I see you, I say, okay, this person can do it. I get your DM. Oh, can you do this? I will discuss and do it. So sometimes that's how I do my casting. I believe I'm a director, and every role that can be given to you, I can help you for us to like present it out there.
What is your experience with post production, post production process, and how do you collaborate with editors?
Hmm. That is something I would say is one of my best moments. One of my best moments is when I'm writing, and one of my best moments is when I'm out on post production, where I need a particular sound, where I need a particular reaction to interpret the script in which I wrote. That is the moment. Because I'm always there with them. We are doing it together. Now, something about me is that when I'm watching a movie, I have my own different perspective on it. People can be saying that this movie is not good, and actually the interpretation of the film is not good. But as a filmmaker, I'm watching it on a different narrative. I can love a film just for the soundtrack of the song or how they manipulate the sound. You get, or maybe the location, or maybe the manner in which the film is being shot by the DOP. So I watch it with different perspective. I can watch a movie like 5 times. First time I can be following with the dialogue. Second time is maybe the sound. I love sound. I love how they manipulate the sound because sound speak a lot in movie. People don't know. Sometimes you watch a movie like let me say one of the popular movie in Africa now. It's a show how to kill a monkey. To kill a monkey. It's a Nigerian show to kill a monkey. I don't know if you have watched that movie. One thing that actually attracted me to that film was the sound. The sound, the editor played a lot with the sound. Now, the sound speak louder than the dialogue and the film himself. So that is what I love. I love to work with sound and I love to work with the setting. So when it comes to that area, I like to collaborate. I love to give my idea because I have to transfer my idea in which I wrote the script to the editor in the studio and the sound engineer. So we have to communicate. Bro, rather than you putting it in a high frequency, put it in the low frequency or put it in the medium frequency, you get, and we just put it on that. And it's one of the best moments for me.
How do you incorporate incorporate feedback from text, like a text they give you a text
Hmm.
from from text screening into your final cut?
Okay. One thing I love is that I'm always open to ideas. Like I said, I learn every day. And whatever you tell to me, I always put it into consideration. But there's only one fact. If I know that it will work for me first, then I go for it. If it does not work for me, I will appreciate it and I will talk it down because I always accept what people say, but I don't always subscribe to what they want. I always subscribe to what I need because at the end of the day, the ideology have to be put out there on my own perspective. So that is it.
Can you discuss a time when you had to make a difficult decision during production?
Like what I tell you later about a film I did, and I just actually shut it down because it didn't come out how I wanted. It was very difficult for me. It took me like 2 weeks to just finally make a decision and let's shut it down. And it was very difficult because the time, resources, and money we put on it just went to wasted. And so that was just it. It was not easy to do, but I knew what I wanted, and I'm not regretting it. If that thing was out there, I don't think people would have been understanding what I'm saying. Now, there's something about filmmaking. When I say things I say like this, you are actually anxious to watch what I've done, right?
Yeah.
So when I say things like what I'm saying now, I go and watch something that does not really make sense. We're like, oh, this guy just talk and don't do. So I want to say things like this and actually do something perfect. So directing the movie was a very hard decision for me, but I had to do it.
I want to ask you something based on your experience. What have you achieved from where you started doing filmmaking, actor, modeling, and the rest? What are your achievements?
All right. First achievement. Some of the achievement that I was in modeling. I was Mr. Black Cameroon second edition, and I won Falcon Security Best Model, and I attended annual show, which is one of the biggest show in the country. And when it comes to filmmaking, I have actually been the best filmmaker, first run up in a CAP Academic Multi Trade Talent Factory. And I've also been in Nollywood, a reality show too, which I work as a filmmaker behind the set. And also got a lot of scholarship, like the studies I went to do in Nigeria was from scholarship. And again, I have achieved a lot of certificate in filmmaking and have a lot of like now I have license to submit film to all Africa Magic and Mnet channel. So I can submit film to Showcase, Epic, all Africa Magic channel, and also Rock TVs and a lot of TVs. And also, I can submit film to Amazon Prime. So those are some achievements I had. So if I'm making a film now, I know where exactly to market it, and which is something most Cameroonian lack.
Oh, that's good. That's good point. A point, a point of promotion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
point of promotion. Okay. That can you describe a time when you had to lead a team through a crisis on set?
Oh, there is this documentary I did together with my friend Eyombo Bazi about Mount Cameroon. It's about conservation. We had to travel, and the documentary was sponsored and produced by National Geographic actually, and it won a lot of awards in South Africa. So this documentary was to see the conservation in the Mount Cameroon, that is here in Cameroon. So we had to mount the mountain together with different people. It was not all about filmmakers. It was more about maybe content creator, doctors, sporters, and people in different perspective of work. And it was very difficult because we faced a lot of challenges. Some girls carrying them to the mountain and protecting them and stuff like that. And again, I was very sick that I couldn't even help myself, but I found myself helping other people. So it was very difficult. It's a moment I will never forget. And it was also a good experience as well. So that was one of the period in my life where I actually faced some challenges and so
And you just attended Biggy. You have been in there with actors, actresses. So who do you see inside that place to take to work with him or her in future?
All right. To be sincere with you, every most of the people in that house are very talented and they have a lot to offer. And I have discussed with a lot of them. And presently, we are working on a project, like I said, that and we actually need people to come in, like an NGO and a lot of executive producers. And based on that question, I think one of the person when it comes to acting, there are people who know the acting and there are people who know the technical part of it, like a filmmaker. You get.
Yes,
But in that house, people have discovered that they really have good talent. I will talk with the lady. She's from the same place with me, and she's very talented. She's a good actress. And when you can see, we have acted a lot of drama in the house. We have a lot of plays that we have done in the house. The lady is a very good actress. She knows how to get into the character. She knows how to interpret the character, and she knows what it means to be an actor. And apart from the lady, we also have 18. She's out too now. She's also a good actor. We also have Joanna. Joanna is a good actor. And we have Brian too. Even though he's a content creator, but he really wants to get to the field of acting too. I think these are some few people have actually recognized that they are doing good in acting, but there are some people who actually have the thing like to really learn how to act, which we have also work with them in the house. And I see that they have the talent that need to be developed. Somebody like Nikki. Nikki have a good talent and she want to actually develop it too. And I think those are people who actually know what it means to become an actor and they can actually represent what it means to act.
okay, okay. That's good, that's good. I like the fact that you appreciate and you see talent with other housemates. That show how positive you are. That's how you, when you want to see somebody who is struggling to grow and somebody who have vision, you also see the vision into others people, not only considering your own self.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you so much for that point. Although we are still coming back, but let's go again to some professional bit. That can you discuss a challenges project you work on and how you overcome the obstacle?
I think one of my film I did with my friend, after we put a lot of money, time, and resources to do the film, in the area of editing it, I discovered that everything was wrong and we just have to just abandon the project. Now, this project had a very good script, it had a very good cast, but the technical department failed us in the level of sound and images. After we did this film, we went to the editing department. We discovered that everything is wrong. And I, being a kind of filmmaker where I don't just want to do film just because I just feel like to do it, I figured out that it needs to be redone again. So all the money, the time, and the finance put on that project was wasted. We just have to like delete everything. We just have to like delete everything. First of all, I'm somebody that I'm very patient when it comes to my project because I believe it's better for me to take a good number of time to produce something that is very good and put it out there that everybody will love, rather than making first mistake. If I you as a person, if I send you a link to my movie first time, you watch it, you don't like it. I send second time, you watch it, you don't like it. I send third time, you watch it, you don't like it. There's no way if I send fourth time, you would like to subscribe to it, you would like to watch it. That is it. You understand, right?
Yes,
So I don't just want to just make anything for any reason. So when I discovered the project is not good, even though with the pressure put on me with both the cast and the crew, they really believe I know this project is good. But I, as a filmmaker, I have discovered a lot of mistakes and a lot of things in it that is not good. I decided to just wipe the film and I will do it back. So that is all about me, and that is all about filmmaking. It's about telling story in a different perspective. And to be sincere with you, no matter how a film is good out that I do, it does not tell the story on my own perspective on how I want the world to see it. I feel like nah, this is not me, and this is not what I wanted to do. So I better just drop it down. So that's what happened to me. And to overcome the challenges, I think I just had to like tell the people clear that the film did not meet up to the standard in which I wanted it to be, and we just have to redo it again. And some of them were disappointed, but some actually understood that no, I had a vision and that vision have to be maintained. And that was just it. That was not the end of the story and the end of the movie, actually.
How do you stay updated with the latest trend and technologies in filmmaker?
Wow. That question is actually good. You know, they are what they call consistent filmmakers, where they always like put their ears to look for a trend and work on it. You get.
Yeah,
For instance, one of the most popular training movie writers, like maybe people like Ruth Kadiri in Nigeria, they work on trend. They work on people on movies that are hitting now. And sometimes one thing is very dangerous with consistent filmmaker, because their movie is just a seasonal. You just have to shine now. Maybe if you watch it today, in 2 months or 3 years, you will no more like it again because it was just a trend. You get, and everybody knows everything about it already. But once is that what with those kind of movie, they make a lot of money within the period of time because a lot of people can actually relate. But it's not a future movie. It's just for the particular period of time. Now the trend is there. Everybody will love it. They'll have millions of views. But in some year will come, someone will like, what happened to this movie? What kind of movie is this? You get. But now when you look at future filmmakers, people who make film for future, that even in 10 years you watch it, you enjoy it. Guy, come to talk of great movies like Mr. Bone. We'll see watch it today, we'll see enjoy it. It talk a lot of perspective on our own. You get. Come and talk of good movie like Blood Diamond. Good movies like some of these movies that no matter how you watch it, you see, look at Jackie Chan kind of movie. We still watch it up to
you
today.
see, watch it.
Those are future movies.
And there's one movie also from Nigeria. This movie Isakaba.
Isakaba, you
You
get
watch
you understand.
if it 10 times one day, you will not you will not
You
get
see
bored.
watch it. So those are
Yeah.
future movie. Like you said, I'm not the kind of writer that I actually based on training. You get, I don't base on training. My level of storytelling is very spiritual. And I want to tell something that when somebody watch it, they try to see themselves in that kind of scenario you get, and they try to like watch it again and again. I don't want to do my movie now, maybe because we have a president, a current president now. Let me do a movie to talk about the president, or maybe what happened yesterday in Mokolo Market. Let me just put in my script and move it because I'll move the movie tomorrow. I will talk about Mokolo Market. Tomorrow Mokolo Market may not exist, and tomorrow I may not be there. So what I do is that what I do my movie for future sake. That 10 years the movie still will hitting. Even when I die, people can still see the movie and enjoy. So that was just it.
What role do you believe storytellings play in the filmmaking process?
Uh, all right. You know, I'll tell you something for truth that filmmaking, like storytelling, have changed the life of a lot of people. Many people are rich today. Many people have got a lot of inspiration today from film watching. I myself, I watch a lot of movies, and I get a lot of intelligence from it. You understand, right? Now, storytelling should not only be based on like what you said on trend. It should be based on life things that even in future people will still watch it and get and be related to it. Let it be more like a time traveler, something that even in future a generation will still like what they have seen. You understand? Let movie be inspiring. Let movie tell story within. That when people watch it, they should put themselves in the position of that cast. That is why actors really have to be respected, because it's not easy representing somebody in another different perspective and scenario we get. Filmmaking should be something that will educate people, and when you see it, you actually have to understand and relate to what the actor is trying to like present in that kind of scenario. And I think this is something that really got me inspired to do filmmaking, because I want to tell story in different people perspective that they will actually relate to what I am trying to say in my craft and in my storytelling. And that is why I just want to build my own storytelling in a perspective where just a few people will understand, and a few people that will understand will actually relate to what I'm trying to say. So that is just it.
That how do you ensure that your film maintains a consistent tone and style?
To be sincere with you, that point will be good based on what I told you later, that I am not
Yeah,
a
you're not a
training.
Yeah,
training
a training
filmmaker.
filmmaker. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
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 And so I make my film based, but it's, again, I have a perspective and a scenario in which I like to make my film. First of all, I love a melancholic film, a film that tells a story that is sorrowful, a film that have to deal with the societal issue that we are going through, like depression, anxiety, drug, rape, and some sicknesses. These are the area where I really like to show my film. And again, I like I like to mix it in our culture to add our cultural value in it. So these are the maybe the consistent way in which I like to, and the tone I like to put my film in it.
Another point is, what are your thoughts on the impact of streaming platform on the film's industry?
When it comes to marketing and monetization, Cameroon is very low, and these are one of the things we are fighting for. Like the association I told you about, we are working with a lot of distributors and marketers in and out of country where our film can actually have good assets. Like now, I just got a contact and I just confirmed to sell my film to Ethiopia Airlines. I can sell my film to them. So these are also a good market strategy to sell a film to them, and they buy two with a huge amount. So I have more than 25 different festivals across the globe where I can market my film in and out of Africa. That is it. So these are different market platforms where we can actually market film, and these are things that Cameroon actually lack. Like I said, I have a license to sell film to all Africa Magic channels and to Rock TVs and different Mnet channels. And now I can also sell film to Amazon Prime Video. So these are things Cameroonians lack. And with just collaboration, I think we can share ideas and build a good film industry in the country.
That's good, Mr. Silas. Can you discuss your experience with film festivals and how they have influenced your career?
Wow, to be sincere, these are one of my best moments because at this point in life, you just want to sit and watch the work you have done to be shown unto you and to the world. Like film festival are just like premiere, and
Yeah,
at this point, this is where you realize that indeed you are a filmmaker. You see another film people appreciating your work and stuff like that. You know, when you get recognition, it means that you have done something spectacular and people are actually appreciating it. So, like what I would say, there was one festival out of country that I attended, and I just have to be welcome. And there was this time where they have nominee night where those who are nominated for the award actually have to have a gala night, and I meet a lot of filmmakers like, wow, because actually before coming there we were watching other film. People were like, wow, I love your movie, how do you do this, how do you do this? And you realize that actually people are appreciating your own ideology in which you are bringing to your storytelling. So when it comes to festival, it's good. You know, festival made me to travel. I like to travel. That's one of the things I like to get to festival and stuff like that. Because if my film is nominated, I will have to do sponsor my travel, or even if I sponsor myself, I will have to travel. I will have to meet new people and new idea and things like that, and which is very good in filmmaking too. So those experiences are always good. You meet new people, you meet people with your same mindset. You know, there's a different feeling when you meet people who actually have the same idea like you. You people share a lot and you learn a lot too.
yeah, that's
So
good.
I always enjoy it. To be sincere, that is one of my best moments when it comes to filmmaking. I love film festival more than me making film because then I just sit and watch my work done being presented to me.
What do you consider the one thing that you consider your greatest achievement in filmmaking and why?
Okay, first I would say the level in which I have grown in my storytelling. Trust me, bro. If you read my story, you will be touched. You get. Now, let me get back to when I got inspired in storytelling. I read a lot of books, and one of the greatest Cameroon writer that really got me inspired is this guy that just died. I think last year or last 2 years, John Kengon Kengasom. He wrote a lot of novels like Across the Mongolo, you know, a lot of novels actually. So I love literature so much, and I love philosophy, and these are topic or subject in which have to do with a lot of mindset. So sitting in front of my laptop and typing and writing story. Sometimes I will write a story that sometimes I will read, I will not believe that it's me. For me, I believe it's spiritual. And submitting my story to a very big film producer, and they actually buy it, got it. I won't really say the name, and they really gave me a good feedback about the film. And I think any of it, they are already on, maybe pretending to preparing to shoot it. It's actually a Nigeria filmmaker that are preparing to shoot it, but when it's out, you will notice it soon. So getting that film, getting that story, made me to understand that at least somebody understood the ideology in which I am trying to put as an impact in the film industry in my own storytelling, because he appreciates it and made me to understand that the script is very different from what he has been having. And my ideology, in which I have never seen somebody recognized, have been recognized by somebody who is really great in the industry. And I really do appreciate it. That's one of my achievements. When it comes to film industry, one of the things I enjoy are my stories. The time I spend writing stories and the time I bring ideas on to life. And seeing people appreciate it like that is an achievement for me. I think this can be one of the achievements that I really feel grateful for it for now. And maybe some I can't really recall for now.
Give an encourage word to impact the youth out there, like a public figure and a filmmaker.
Okay. One thing I will tell you, Mr. Boozy, is that I don't always believe so much in motivation and advice, because sometimes our advice and motivation always try to trigger people to do things they don't want to do. Now, as human beings, we are always anxious to listen, but we don't to listen to people, but we don't listen to ourselves, what our heart wants. You get. So if I want to tell you something as an advice, what does your heart tells you to do? At the end of the day, what matters is what you want, not what any other person says to you. Because at the end of the day, it's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in a society where we are busy with the noise of what people say and what people want from you, rather than what we actually need for ourselves. You get. Discover yourself. What do you want? Are you living up for? Now, today only matters for you today, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. You can sleep today without getting up tomorrow. And life is based on motion and everything changes. Even the friend you have today can be an enemy tomorrow. Even the girlfriend you are loving today can still be an enemy tomorrow. And even the enemy you have today can still be a friend tomorrow. If there is one thing you should believe in, it should be death. Death is the only thing that is real. Any other thing on this earth is not real. Everything is on motion and on change, and death is the only final say on you. But now I want to ask you the question: if you die today, what value have you put in your name? How far have you enjoyed your life? Or do you just feel like you die and go to heaven? Heaven is good for you, but if you die today, heaven is a place you don't know. The earth is big enough, and there are a lot of places you can explore. There is Dubai, there is UK, there is South Africa, there is Madagascar with good animals. Find to go where you know first before thinking of where you don't know. The life is good and life is pure. And let me tell you, every challenges you are going through in life today only make you who you are. We are just like actor on this earth, acting movie, and the only person enjoying it is God alone. So whatever you find in your life, just take it off. Never feel discouraged or be motivated. But let me tell you the truth. At the end of the day, what matters is yourself, no other person else. Live your life the way you want. Believe in nothing. Live your life on fact. And always do the things that make you happy. Because at the end of the day, your smile is the only thing that brings value to you. Thank
That's
you.
it. That's it. Actually, I'm happy for that word of advice,
Yeah,
because that is not an encouraging word, but word of advice to the
exactly.
wise.
Be wise.
Yes, to the wise. Mr. Silas, so what do you have for me as your host of today? What are my mistakes, and what can you tell me to improve on, so that,
Okay.
yeah,
I like that because I always try when people say things about me that will make me to change. And I'm really like you really ask me this question. Firstly, I like your composure, I like your directive, and I like your patience. And I like the way you are very smart. You're a very good host and a good broadcaster, and I can see the future very bright. But now, one thing I will tell you is that what I don't believe in consistency, but I want to tell you that you believe in consistency because what you are doing actually need it. Yeah, in future you see a change in it and everything like that. I know you have a lot of businesses out there and a lot of things are distracting you there. But at the end of the day, like I said in my advice, what you want should be what you are doing because at the end of the day, it would be the one thing that will bring you value to yourself. Now, the sound was perfect and the discussion was good and everything was perfect. And I love the way you present your question. It actually has to do with things that I really want, and I'm so happy for it. For now, I won't lie to you. I have not seen any negative thing that you have done today, but I believe we will go on and on. I will discover more. And I'm a very free person. I like to air up my mind. You did a lot of good job, and your studio is good. Your sound is good. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry for coming late. Maybe if I was earlier, I would have discovered some mistakes.
Mhm. Now we are together, This one was just like an official show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. With time goes on, we can program, bro, we'll go live tomorrow. Go on live. We are
Any,
friends.
anytime, bro.
Yeah,
Anytime.
we
I
are
know
friends.
you have already joined a team now, and a lot of things we'll be sharing together.
Yeah,
And I really wish that we should work a
yes.
lot of things together. That one day the people that watch this will see that we actually started on TikTok, and now we
On
are doing
TikTok.
greatly together.
Yes, yes. That's how life is.
Yeah.
Actually, you talk about the lady. I'm the manager of the lady.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I'm the
That
manager of the lady.
that make it a plus a lot because the lady is my type G. We talk a lot in the house. Even though we started with query and we agree. I remember when we actually got in contact because there was in the first week, Big Brother was paying two people and they were asking questions. They say, who do you like in the house? You go and meet the
Yeah,
person,
who do you hate?
who do you hate?
Yeah,
And the lady asked the lady the lady hate and the lady actually picked me.
Silas. Yeah, I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw it.
At the end of the day, we became a very good friend. I talk a lot with the lady. She's very intelligent and she's very beautiful. She has a lot of ideologies that can be put up there. And to be sincere with you, since you are the manager, I mean, you'll be seeing me every day because I have a lot to work with the lady.
Yeah, we are
Yeah,
together.
all right. Any NGO because I saw it's like you actually run an NGO and stuff like that too.
Yes, I have an NGO. I'm the founder.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah,
So we are looking for this NGO that will collaborate with us because there's in this script there's an NGO that will come in and save this girl and a lot of things like that. In that, since you are an NGO too, we are looking for them to collaborate with us, and I will also send you the project and maybe the script and everything to your DM too. You can go through it too and see
yes.
how if you are interested in it.
You send to me. I'll go through it. And then what I'm doing now is that I have some food stuff that I've sent to some villages. So is this
Mm-hmm.
the problem is this goes down, they cannot do distribution.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So from the 14th of October. And I also have 500, yes, 500 exercise books that I've
Yeah,
distributed them for children to go back to school.
that's
And
very good, man.
I prepare some benches for them to sit in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Since this crisis, a lot of children was not going to school. A lot of things have been destroyed. So I try to support. But now, what I'm doing is the finance is coming from my pocket because the NGO is
I
not
understand you,
yet,
man.
yes, it's not yet be renounced such a way donors can come in. Because at the
Yeah,
beginning, you need to put in finance so that people will see then come in.
exactly.
Yes, so you send to me, I'll work on it. Then nobody's know your project can bring something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And being
just
valid. That is exactly what I want the project to come in because you will see the value in which you will bring to the NGO. That's why I'm
yes,
insisting on NGO.
that is it.
Yeah. No problem. We'll chat more on it and I will
Yes,
expose it more to you, bro.
we'll talk more on it. Thank you so much, bro.